time on the barn, but they were both working there together, and it was kind of a windy day, and they had a ladder up on the side of the barn, and the wind blew the ladder down. So they're sitting up there looking at each other and go, well, Sven, how are we going to get down off the barn now? And he goes, I don't know, Ole. He said, we're just going to have to try to jump, I guess. I don't know how else to get down. He said, well, they sat there and they thought a little while, well, who's going to go first? And he goes, Sven finally goes, all right, I will. So he goes up and he jumps off the barn, and there's this big soft manure pile down below. So it'll be a good soft landing. We won't break any bones. So Sven jumps and he hollers up at Ole. He goes, come on down, Ole. It's only up to your knees. So Ole jumps in, and it comes up to his neck, and he goes, Sven, what's the deal? You said it was up to your knees. He goes, it was. I jumped head first.
Now, you know, only Swedes can tell, you know, an Ole jokes. That have a scow tell a joke.
Well,
like
Norwegians
We
can
got
have
a
their fun
convert!
too.
Yeah, I noticed the brogue wasn't.
Yeah,
Wasn't like that's the Norwegian brogue. You know how the Swedes used to throw dynamite over to Norway, and then the Norwegians would light them and throw them back.
No bother selling insurance to him!
That'd be really funny if it wasn't true.
You know, back in Sweden, you know, they used to take the folks out of the insane asylum and send them to Norway to teach in the universities.
No. Oh my gosh, and she's really gonna hammer us and switching. And
You have to speak up louder.
Louder.
Start again.
We have aged ears.
I'm not gonna tell her any louder. And so, you know, she's really gonna hammer us. And he's getting a little nervous. And so he said, he's telling his buddy, he says, you know, she got really hammered us. I was getting really nervous. And then when she switched off the lamp, he says, I figured, oh well, she told me she wants me to go home, so I got up and dressed and went home. She turned out the lights. You know? I know, I didn't tell her right. I explained to my daughter. Turn out the lights. He was because she didn't know what she wanted.
It's funnier if you explain it, yeah.
So you saying John learned that one in the army or what?
No, I don't know. Did I tell you that when you were in the army? Oh, I do, I could. You must know. You know. Chris, don't you have a couple more?
Some of the rest of them are probably not good for. Probably Randy has a bunch of those too. Any of those.
You better go downstairs.
Isn't it
The rest of the year's not
Oh.
sorry for all these X-rated jokes here today. Can't say that way. Oh, man.
They're even borderline.
No,
They heard it all, Randy.
Oh.
just tell them. We slap them up nightly and make them forget everything.
Oh, my.
Now you maybe can tell yours.
If I can remember.
Remembrance.
The brain cells go, you know, a little alcohol, you know.
Come on, tell us some more Ole jokes.
Well, Jim should know the Ole jokes.
I
Yeah.
just-
He sent an email.
I just
to
send them
Ole.
on. I don't read them.
Yeah.
Chris, you got a good one. Chris has got a couple of good ones. Come on,
Okay.
this one should be told or not. I can make this one an Ingrid and Inga joke, I guess, since I'm Norwegian. I can't really tell Swedish jokes.
Well, yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll say Ingrid and Inga, they went out to dinner one night, and they drove to the neighboring town, and they were on their way home, and Ingrid really had to go to the bathroom bad. She couldn't make it home, so she had Inga pull over to the side of the road. She goes, I'll just go out in this cornfield, and I'll just take care of it, and I'll be right back. So he says, all right, pull over. And he says, hurry up. So she runs out in the cornfield, and she pulls up her skirt, and she squats down, and she's doing her business, and this little field mouse comes hopping down the corn row, and he looks up, and there's this big gaping hole. So he hops right in. And she stands up, she pulls up her pants, she runs out of the cornfield screaming. She goes, Inga, Inga, Inga. She says, a mouse ran up my... So anyway, he goes, what? And she says it again, and he goes, we got to go to the doctor. We got to go to the doctor. So he drives into town, and old Doc Davis is the town doctor, and his light's still on. So let's swing by and see if he can help us out. So he goes up there, knocks on the door, and Dr. Davis comes to the door, and Inga says, Doc, he's got this problem. He said Inga was in the field, and this mouse came along, and it hopped up inside of her, and he says, I don't know what to do now. And well, he says, it's not that big of a problem, Inga. He said, just take her home, and he said, take a little piece of cheese on the end of a string, just have her get on the table and just dangle it right there. When he sticks his head out, you grab it. It's just that simple. So, okay, that doesn't sound too tough. We'll go home and try this. So they go home. So Dr. Davis, he closes up the clinic, and he's driving home, and the lights are still on in Inga and Ingrid's house. So he says, I better stop in and see if they're having any trouble, how things are going. So he knocks on the door, and Inga's in there, and he goes, door's open, come on in. And so anyway, he walks in, and here's Inga sitting on this chair, and he's got a sardine on the end of this string, and he's dangling this sardine across there, and he's going, Inga, what's the deal? He says, I told you to use a piece of cheese. He goes, Doc, and he's frustrated. He goes, I did use the cheese. He said, the cheese worked, the mouse came out, the cat saw the mouse, we got a whole new ball game.
Doctor should know better. It's peanut butter now.
Make sure you lock the cat up first.
Guy was out hunting in the woods one day, and he got attacked by a bear, and the bear was mauling him, and he didn't know what to do, so he reached up and grabbed the bear's testicles, and it rattled him a little bit, and it stung the bear so bad, the guy got up and he starts running away, and he turns around and looks, and the bear's going,
But you didn't listen to that one, did you?
We didn't laugh.
One way to get a liberal education.
That's conservative.
My old ladies like old men to make love, don't you? Because their hands shake.
maybe you were going to talk about the fertilizer.
Do we have any first-hand knowledge in this room?
I think I'm too young for this.
Yeah.